Hi, this is Otto Rupsman, and great copy makes you millions. Today, I want you to get out a fresh, clean piece of paper. We're going to be doing some writing. So, in this piece of paper, grab a pen, pencil, crayon, whatever meets your fancy, and or prick yourself and have some write in some blood. Don't really do that. But okay, so what I'm going to have you do is write a letter to your mother. Yes. Whether she's still living or she's passed on, or whether you talk to her every day or haven't talked to her in years. We're going to write a letter to your mother. And what I want you to do is I want you to write this letter. I want you to write out all the great things about your mom. Tell her about how she was the best mom ever. The best mom that you could have ever possibly hoped to have had. And go into detail. Talk about all the nice things she did for you, and how she cared for you, and how she supported you, and how she loved all over you growing up, and how she was the best mom you could ever possibly have, and how your mother was so amazing, and just go on and on and on and on and on and on about how great your mother is. Go ahead. Talk about your mom, greatness, the amazing things that she did for you, how wonderful she was, everything. Okay, you got it? Great, now I want you to stop. Okay, stop here. Now grab a second piece of paper, or you can even flip this one over. Grab a second piece of paper. On this one, I've got a very different thing I'd like you to write. I want you to write a letter to your mom again. Only this time, I want you to talk about how your mom was the worst mother ever. How she was a mean, cruel, heartless bitch who abused you and was the worst mom ever, and that she should be locked up in prison, and she should be just gone rid of, and that she should have been shot years ago for how bad of a mother she was, and talk about all the mean, cruel, heartless things that she did, and how she was just the worst mother on planet Earth, and how you could have done better with having a dog as your mother, or a goat, and go on and on about how bad she was. You got it? Okay, so here's where I'm going with all this. The actual words on the page, that's the only thing that has changed. On the one paper, you talked about how your mother was the best mother on planet, how she was so loving and caring, and how she should be given awards for her motherliness. On the other side of the page, you talk about how she was the worst mother on the planet. Well, what's changed? The only thing that's changed is the formation of the letters you have written on the paper. Why is this valuable to you? Well, the difference in the letters, in the formation of the words that you put on the paper, is the difference in the response and emotional reaction you get from people. When you put the words in the letters in the right sequence and order, people whip out their money and give you as much cash as they can possibly hand over to you as fast as they can hand it to you. And they make you rich beyond belief. When you write things that don't quite hit the mark and that people, doesn't make a connection with, then they throw your letter out and it's gone. It's no longer there. It is in the trash. It's being burnt. It's somewhere in the ethers that will never again be utilized to make you any money. So, what's the difference? The only thing that's different is the letters and the words that you put on paper, on the page. As you speak, the words coming out of your mouth. Hello, this is Otto speaking. Da, 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 da. Okay, so those are the things that's the difference. What does that difference do for you? Well, it's the difference between a letter doing nothing for you and making you lose money, and a letter sparking a business that turns out to being a $100 million a year company. And yes, I know people who have written a 4-page sales letter that turned into a $100 million a year company that built and sparked that whole enterprise of cash creation from one 4-page letter. 4 pages, one letter, millions of dollars created. I mean, the basis of that, that guy, his name's Vince James. He built a $100 million a year company. Some people love him, some people hate him. Regardless, I respect the hell out of him for what he did to build a company from frickin' pen and paper. My God, a $100 million a year company. At its height, he was bringing in 50,000 customers a month. Off what? Off of letter, words on paper. 50,000 customers a month? A $100 million a year business? He was pulling like $8-9 million. Yeah, like $9 million a month in revenue. Like, oh my God, really? Holy crap, that is ridiculous. And in your business, the only thing standing between you, making boatloads more money or you not making much more money at all is the difference in the letters and the words and the emotional connection on the page. That's it. How you write, and if it doesn't work, you change the writing until you get something that does. So, that's the point I have for you today is a paper is blank until you fill it with something. Copy is nothing until you put the right words and letters and emotions in the right sequence and order on the page, and then it makes you boatloads of cash when it's done greatly. When it's done mediocrely, or with mediocrity, it doesn't do anything for you but lose money, create frustration, annoyances, pains, and frankly, it's not that easy to figure out how to do it the right way. So, write and get it to the point where you're doing awesome with it, and make sure that you take your winners and you keep running them and you keep testing and improving on them. And I'll do a video at some point here on testing and tracking and all that stuff. But really the biggest thing is the difference in the words is a difference in the amount of cash you put in your pocket. And the better you are at wordsmithing your words, the more cash you're going to have go into your pocket. So take that to the bank and make it a great day.